50,000 watts of news and talk. News Talk 720 KDWN, Las Vegas. The dawn of today's talk radio.
They started talking about steps you take, mistakes you make, the heart you break, and the price you pay. I almost walked away.
12 steps to miracles in recovery.
Oh, I've been there. That's why I'm here.
Miracles in Recovery. Here's Ray Lynch and Ellen Arnold.
We will be discussing all aspects of addiction and recovery and how they affect our communities, families, and the relationships within them.
Join us for answers on how 12-step recovery programs can work in the lives of addicts and their families.
You know, I wanted to talk real quick about healing from within. As a recovering addict, it was easy to put on a show. It was easy to make my outside look good when I was still broken inside. And the thing about that is that if I still existed, the whole time that I existed broken on the inside, I was never going to be able to achieve recovery. I was never going to be able to get to the other side because I had no idea who I was. I had no idea how I was. If you're out there and you're walking around clueless as to where to turn next, try to find somebody that's doing what you want to do. And I don't mean negatively like, if you want to get high, go find somebody that's standing on the corner. What I mean is that if you want to address things that are going on in your life, find somebody that's been down that road. Find somebody that's walking that path today. And that's what I had to do. I had to rely on a gentleman named Rick, who is my sponsor, who has been for the past 25 years, to give me some guidance because I became physically an accepted member of society because I cleaned up quick. I looked okay. I got a haircut, and people said, "Wow, you might need to eat a little bit more," but nobody knew any different. But I was still broken inside.
But did you realize that you were broken inside? I wonder if addicts, because of the behavior when you're in your addiction and you're active in your addiction, do you even realize that you're broken? Do you realize that you're trying to medicate yourself, that you're trying to cover up some kind of pain and brokenness? Or is it just, I'm going to keep doing this because I have to?
And I think a lot of addicts out there that are listening that can relate. I knew that my behavior wasn't the way it should be. I mean, I knew stealing was stealing. I knew the difference between right and wrong. I didn't care.
Well, even
Right.
worse, you didn't care.
I knew why I was doing it because I needed to feed my addiction, but I didn't care. The repercussions from it were what I was willing to accept. Death was one of those repercussions, and I willfully walked towards it. Fortunately enough, I got to a point where I said enough is enough, and maybe I just want to live just a little bit more than I want to die. I had to put my faith in others to be able to gain trust in myself and belief in myself that I too could stay clean today. I always said, and I'm sure whoever out there can relate, and somebody's going to giggle when I say it, but I always thought that I was going to be that 85-year-old man sitting on the front porch smoking weed.
How many people have I heard say that?
Everybody thinks they're going to be that guy.
Oh, and even people who haven't used anything in years because they get drug tested at work all the time.
Right.
As soon as I retire, man, I'm buying a bag.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why?
Right, and that always struck me as strange, too, as to where people who choose to pick up, like when they're 68 years old, all of a sudden they
Do you really think you need it at that point?
Right, 9 months later, they find themselves in detox saying, what am I doing here with all these 28-year-old kids? For me, fortunately, I got it out of my system quick. I got it out of my system when I was younger. I was still very impressionable because when I was out there active, I was like a chameleon. I molded myself to every single situation that I was in for my benefit. When I took these substances out of my system, I was still a chameleon in a way, and I molded myself to what the people in my 12-step recovery program wanted me to be, and that was just a clean addict. So I think that was a benefit to me, even though I had no idea I was doing it.
That's kind of the way the 12-step programs sneak up on you, especially with an addict. In my program, something was wrong with me, too, or this wouldn't have been happening. I went in with the wrong idea. I've got to change something, and then my addict will change, too. I knew that there was something broken inside of me. I just didn't know that a 12-step program would help me.
And nobody does. Everybody think I went in for somebody else, and I ultimately came out the other side for me. I didn't want to sleep on that park bench. It took a whole lot of work. To put the drugs away, that was one thing. But to be able to trust and believe that I wouldn't have to use today to be able to deal with what was going on in it, I had no concept of that because it took so long, or I used for so long, that I just thought that was acceptable behavior. And that's crazy thinking.
In everybody's program, you go in with one concept and you come out with another, and it never ends. You don't stop working the 12 steps. You work them every day of your life, or maybe some more than others. You know, I've always heard people say it's after the 4th step inventory that they really start understanding what was going on. I was a chameleon too when I first came into my program. I would mold myself into whatever I thought you wanted me to be, and that wasn't really me, which is, that's a way of lying and manipulating. So even though I thought I was perfect and really nothing, that my ideas were perfect, and if everyone would just listen to what I said and do it, we wouldn't have any problems at all. I realized when I came in that that's just a form of manipulation and control, and it doesn't work.
Slowly but surely, fortunately enough, you were able to change your mindset into a mindset of welcoming trust.
Well, I'm still working on it. There are times, sometimes it's easier to trust than others. When things are going well, it's easy to trust. When things are not, I start feeling like, well, why me? And the answer is, why not me?
One, I'm a recovering addict, which is a good thing, and two, I'm from Boston, which is maybe not too good on my attitude. I just want to share that, please, by all means, if you feel you have no way out, nowhere else to turn, and everything seems to be blowing up in your face, call me at 855-STOP-USING, and maybe I can just help you walk through that, and maybe I can help you give what was freely given to me. Just the reassurances that you're doing the right thing and life is going to be okay. We're going to share a little bit more on this topic of changing the person, changing from within. Visit our website, www.miraclesandrecovery.net. Call us at 855-STOP-USING.
Everything you love starts to disappear. The devil takes your hand and says, no fear, have another shot. Just one more beer.
You're listening to Miracles in Recovery. Ray and Ellen will be right back.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or AA.org.
If you need more business, no matter what kind of business you're in, and who doesn't need more business today in this economy? No matter what you do, if you need more customers, clients, even more patients, we can make your phone ring off the wall. Using brand new state-of-the-art technology. No matter where you are in the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii, we can boost your business like nothing else. And it's very affordable. In this crushed economy, you've got to do everything you can do. If you're struggling, you're barely keeping the lights on and the bills paid. Even if you're just doing okay, but you want more business. And when is enough enough? When you get a little more. No matter what kind of business you're in, whether it's auto repair, pizza, restaurants, jewelry, clothing, especially if you practice law, medicine, real estate, accounting, insurance, whatever business you're in. We will boost your business and ring your phone off the wall with people looking for your service, your product, your business. Whether you're in a small town, big town, major metro area, or you want to reach all 50 states, call 1-855-RADIO-MIKE. Toll free, 1-855-RADIO-MIKE. Call 1-855-RADIO-MIKE.
Recovery is what happens at NA meetings. It is possible to stop using drugs.
Call Narcotics Anonymous.
Call us, 855-STOP-USING. Come to a meeting. Maybe we can share with you how we were able to get to the other side and be able to trust people and be able to trust ourselves. And if you want what I have, then do what I do and come to a meeting. Open up your ears a little bit and you'll be able to hear the welcomeness. Come to a meeting. Open your ears a little bit more and you'll be able to hear the trust.
And the acceptance. They want me there. And they love me. They aren't judging me.
Call us, 855-STOP-USING. 855-STOP-USING. Come to a meeting. Find that loving place.
They aren't judging me. They want me there. And for the first time in my life, I feel like I really belong here. and they love me.
Come to a meeting.
And when you're ready for that direction, you'll take it.
That's how recovery works.
I couldn't believe what I heard. It was my life word for word. And all of a sudden, it was clear.
Welcome back to Miracles in Recovery. Ray Lynch and Ellen Arnold.
Changing the person from within. Like I said, a lot of my physical attributes came back immediately, but I was still mentally and spiritually broken. I'm not sure how a family member changes their brokenness.
As we always say, addiction is a family disease. If you're out there suffering with someone in your family who's addicted to some kind of substance and they're pretty much making your life unmanageable, you probably don't realize that your family is sick. You probably just think it's the addict. When I went to my 12-step recovery program, when I walked in the doors the first time, I was expecting them to teach me how to make her better or how to make me better so that I could make her better. I did not have any kind of a concept of a 12-step program, except a few times I'd been to AA meetings with my mother-in-law, and I thought they were the dippiest things I'd ever been to. They had these corny little sayings. They were always hugging each other. Anytime anybody said anything, it was, I'm an alcoholic and my name is, and then everybody would go, hi, and I thought, I just thought it was crazy.
When I went into meetings at first, I thought that was corny as heck, but now I totally realize.
Oh, me too. I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. But, as a person walking through the doors the first time, and if anyone out there is considering going to an Al-Anon or an Nar-Anon to help you, that's the best thing you can do, but please don't be put off by the happy people that are there. They have been where you are, and I did not realize that. When I went in for the first time, they were talking about jail and crack houses, and I thought, this isn't going to happen to me. I don't need to be here. Right. And I left for about 3 months until an arrest happened, and a failed rehab happened, and I realized that maybe I did need to be there, but I still didn't realize when I went in that I was sick too. And it took me a long time. I didn't understand that addiction was even a disease. I thought that was silly, that it's just, it's really bad behavior, and if they really put their minds to it, they can just stop. And that's not true in any way, shape, or form. It is not true. It is a physical disease. It's things that happen in the brain. Well, it's a physical, spiritual, even emotional disease. It's got a lot of components to it, and it's very complex. One of the things that I had to do was to get that concept down. And that's one of the things that they teach you in these support groups.
I think even on your end of the spectrum of addiction, that word, that terrible T word of trust has to play a major part.
Well, you have no trust for your addict or alcoholic by the time you crawl through the doors of an Al-Anon or a Nar-Anon meeting. But what you do have, I think, is enough hope to go. You haven't given up. You probably go in with the wrong idea that this is going to help me fix them. And what you end up with is fixing yourself, whether they get better or not. We work through the exact same 12 steps. We get sponsors. We do service. We give back to others in our program. And it's a process. You can't do it overnight. Admitting that I didn't cause it, I can't control it, and I can't cure it took me about a year. I think maybe I can control it a little bit. They really pound that into you. The 3 C's, can't control it, can't cure it. You didn't cause it, but the 4th C is you can contribute to it.
If you're having a problem, 1, comprehending what Ellen's saying, or 2, relating to what I'm saying, give us a call at 855-STOP-USING, and maybe we can share a little bit of direction. Trust was something that I didn't have, because I couldn't trust people out there because everybody was out to get me is how I made it. I can so relate to any part of the spectrum of addiction, from a family member to an active addict, saying that they don't have trust. Call us, and maybe we can share with you how we were able to get to the other side and be able to trust people and be able to trust ourselves. And that was the silliest thing that I picked on, but it's the thing that I embrace today because it makes me part of. So if you want to feel part of, I know when I was laying out there on a park bench, I didn't feel part of anything. If you want to feel part of, come to a meeting. Just maybe open up your ears a little bit, and you'll be able to hear the welcomeness. Open your ears a little bit more, and you'll be able to hear the trust.
And the acceptance. I think, for a lot of people, addicts and their families, you never felt accepted anywhere. You never feel like you belonged anywhere. And for the first time in my life, I feel like I really belong here, and they want me there. and they love me. They aren't judging me. And I'm sure in your program it's the same way. For the first time in your life, here are other people that have done at least as bad as you have, all the stuff that addicts do. There are people who've probably done worse things than you have, and maybe people who haven't. But you're a part of a loving community that accepts you where you are for who you are.
In my personal 12-step recovery atmosphere, it was a loving environment. I'm grateful today that I was able to get out of my own way and find that loving place. And you can too, just step up and be counted. The miserable existence of active addiction isn't anything that I would wish on my worst enemy. If you're out there and you're listening and you have nowhere else to go or nowhere else to turn, just dial the number, 855-STOP-USING. 855-STOP-USING. We all know the A's, NAAA, dial 855-STOP-USING, and we'll be able to point you in the right direction wherever you are. I have a network of friends globally from being in Narcotics Anonymous, and little did I know I was missing life. I know people all around the world. I know people that don't even speak English. I can send them an email, and they have a translator to translate it. That's how recovery works. My life is second to none today, and if you want what I have, then do what I do. And that's just get out of my own way on a daily basis and allow a loving person to give me some good orderly direction.
And when you're ready for that direction, you'll take it. But I'm curious, I've heard you and a lot of other addicts say, get out of my own way, and I've never really understood what that means.
I'm grateful today that I was able to get out of my own way. That's how recovery works.
Remember way back when promised you I'd drop in at one of those meetings down at the Y.
Ray Lynch and Ellen Arnold, Miracles in Recovery. They'll be right back.
What I remember most is the loneliness I felt, the separation from other people. At the end, drinking was no fun for me. Since I've started to attend AA meetings, the greatest gift is that I've become reconnected. I'm part of life again. I really like myself, and that's wonderful. AA is a miracle in my life. Alcoholics Anonymous. It works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or AA.org.
If you need more business, no matter what kind of business you're in, and who doesn't need more business today in this economy? No matter what you do, if you need more customers, clients, even more patients, we can make your phone ring off the wall. Using brand new state-of-the-art technology. No matter where you are in the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii, we can boost your business like nothing else. And it's very affordable. In this crushed economy, you've got to do everything you can do. If you're struggling, you're barely keeping the lights on and the bills paid. Even if you're just doing okay, but you want more business. And when is enough enough? When you get a little more. No matter what kind of business you're in, whether it's auto repair, pizza, restaurants, jewelry, clothing, especially if you practice law, medicine, real estate, accounting, insurance, whatever business you're in. We will boost your business and ring your phone off the wall with people looking for your service, your product, your business. Whether you're in a small town, big town, major metro area, or you want to reach all 50 states, call 1-855-RADIO-MIKE. Toll free, 1-855-RADIO-MIKE. Call 1-855-RADIO-MIKE.
My husband says social drinking relaxes him, but he's not very relaxed when he comes home at night. He's always ready to pick a fight. I don't think he's an alcoholic, even though I think he drinks too much. My psychiatrist suggested I try Al-Anon family groups. I was surprised at how quickly I found help at Al-Anon. Are you troubled by someone's drinking? You might be surprised at what you could learn in an Al-Anon family group meeting from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or visit AlanonFamilyGroups.org.
You can reach Ray or Ellen through the toll-free number 1-855-STOP-USING. 1-855-STOP-USING.
You become a person that nobody wants to be around. It's really miraculous when you come back.
New way to live.
Change your attitude.
Yes.
Pick yourself back up.
Yes.
One step at a time.
Stay the course.
The healing can start.
Active addict feeds on negativity. A clean addict needs to reaffirm gratitude.
Change your attitude
on a daily basis.
I have so much to be grateful for.
New way to live. Miracles in recovery.
So now you have a place you belong.
Don't turn us off.
Pick yourself back up.
Yes, stay the course.
Hope is in your corner.
Miracles in recovery. Don't turn us off. Keep listening, because you will hear something that you need to hear. On the Miracles in Recovery radio show.
It's the simple things in life, like a kid's at home and a loving wife, that you miss the most when you lose control.
Miracles in Recovery. Back to Ray and Ellen.
I have to remind myself on a daily basis to get out of my own way. My way will bring me right back to where I was. I'm an addict. I always will be. Today is a good day to get high. I mean, I don't know how many people can relate to the fact that over 23 years clean, and I share today that today is a good day to get high because I'm an addict, and rely on something greater than myself to keep me sane. I'm not driving the bus.
You're taking step 3, made a decision to turn my will and my life over to the care of God as we understood him. You're meaning that you're not in charge anymore.
I'm not in charge anymore, so I need to get out of my own way. My way, my best thinking, got me in a chair in a 12-step recovery group. My best thinking got me homeless, helpless, loveless. My best thinking put me in places I didn't want to be, with people I didn't want to be with, and made me do things that I didn't want to do. That was my best thinking. What makes me think today that I wouldn't revert back to that if I just took control and started driving the bus again? So I have to remind myself on a daily basis to get out of my own way. My way will bring me right back to where I was. I'm an addict. I always will be. Today is a good day to get high. I mean, I don't know how many people can relate to the fact that over 23 years clean, my own negative thought process is still there. To find negativity, all I have to do is just turn on the TV. And if I want to feed on that my way, then I will relate to the negativity. If I don't want to feed on it out of my way, then I can focus on the positive. To get you out of the madness, to get you out of the pain, to get you out of the sorrow and the lovelessness that you're actually feeling, call me at 855-STOP-USING. Call me. You know, I've been there. I'm here. Just by picking up that phone. You don't even have to tell me who you are. You don't even have to say what state you're in. You don't even have to tell me what city you're in. Call a friendly ear and say help. That is the beginning of a brand new life. I can feel your pain because I have been there. Come out of the storm. You'll be okay. Call me, 855-STOP-USING. Call me, 855-STOP-USING. If you just need a friendly ear, I'm here at 855-STOP-USING.
And I think focusing on the positive is so very important for everybody. You know, we talk a lot about gratitude. We have gratitude dinners, you know, in my fellowship. And we talk a lot about gratitude. And when I first came into my program, if you'd asked me what I was grateful for, I would have said absolutely nothing. I'm cursed. It wasn't true, even though my daughter is an addict. And even though she might have been in jail when I went, you know, when I first walked through the doors and decided to stay, I still had a good job. I had a roof over my head. I had a car to drive. I could afford the insurance on it. I mean, there were just little things. Well, those aren't really little things. They're big things. But, you know, all of those things were still in place for me, and I wasn't grateful for them at all. So like you say, I think focusing on the positive rather than the negative, which is hard because, you know, when you're living with an addict, and anybody who's out there living with an addict right now who's out of control and making your life miserable, and you're trying as hard as you can to control what they're doing and keep them from getting in trouble and, you know, keep them from killing themselves, basically. And you're just sinking down with them. If you're out there doing that, you don't realize that you still have things are given to you, and you need to be grateful, and you need to look at some of the good stuff instead of always negative. And it's hard to do. You know, one of the first things that my sponsor will tell me if I'm whining to her about something is go make a gratitude list. And I'll say, I don't want to.
That's true. And you know something, the longer you come around and the longer you embrace the phrase getting out of my own way, you may not have to go to Z.
That's true.
You know, you may get it right at C. Please visit our website at miraclesinrecovery.net. Miraclesinrecovery.net.
or call in at 855-STOP-USING. 855-STOP-USING.
My own style of living today is to get out of my own way and allow a power greater than myself to assist me with decision making. You need to start trusting and believing in the people that are out there doing what it is that you want to do. And there is your answer on getting out of your own way.
There you go.
Don't give up.
Visit our website, miraclesinrecovery.net.
Call me at 855-STOP-USING. 855-STOP-USING.
Miracles in Recovery is a Ray Lynch Miracle Mike production.
Thank you for joining us on Miracles in Recovery.
You're never alone.
Hope is in your corner.